Zoey had learned of Dr. Dexter's possible HIV exposure and raced to his penthouse, determined to be there for him. Despite his initial anger and attempts to push her away, Zoey refused to leave. As she held him close, witnessing the fear and loneliness etched on his face, a profound question lingered. Would Zoey's unwavering support be enough to break through Blaine's walls of denial and fear? Or would the shadow of the virus tear them apart before it even had a chance to take hold?
Don't get... have this kind of problem that it's like super told but Zoey knew what Blaine was thinking. If he were diagnosed with HIV, then his dream of being a doctor would come to an end. A dream he obviously wasn't ready to relinquish. "When will your test results be in?" Zoey asked him. "Soon, probably in the next few days," he answered. Zoey knew the longer they made Blaine wait, the more painful the wait would be for him. Zoey looked up at him. "Blaine, when you get your results, no matter what, I hope you'll share them with me." Blaine gazed at her with lowered eyes. "I promise you, you'll be the first to know after me. No matter what the outcome is, I will not hide it from you." "Good." Zoey nodded, a bit choked up. "Then, I'm leaving. Goodbye, Blaine. See?" Zoey pursed her lips, trying to suppress her whirling emotions. After taking a deep breath, she said to him, Blaine suddenly let go of her hand. With a hint of coldness slipping into his eyes, he lifted his lips and said, "Goodbye, Zoey." "Goodbye, Blaine." The emptiness that suddenly appeared in Zoey's heart made her feel slightly disappointed. Zoey smiled awkwardly, then started her car and drove away.
Zoey's world crumbles as she stares at the stark reality laid out before her. Blaine's test results are in, and the news is devastating. The weight of his diagnosis, the fear for his future, and the uncertainty of what lies ahead for them both leaves Zoey reeling. Will she be able to support Blaine through this difficult time? How will they navigate the challenges that lie ahead? And most importantly, will their love be strong enough to withstand the storm? Hi, Zoey here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Rekindled Heartache now.